It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey. Hey.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 5 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JPDESIGNS. Tonight we come to the longest dirt track here on the iRacing.com service, USA International Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for a doubleheader here on Ultimate Dirt TV. After tonight's UMP Modified race, it'll be straight back into the 6th annual running of the Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company Hard Knocks night for the Knoxville Nationals. But for right now, it is UMP Modified racing time. Let's take a look at heat race number 1. Heat number 1 will line up like this. Craig Bristol in the 39 machine to the pole position. To the outside of the front row, the 47 machine, Aaron Woods from position number 2. Going in from the third starting position, driving car number 51, that is Justin Gledhill. To the outside, the 18 of Carl Surratt from position number 4. We go back to your third row inside from position number 5, driving the 19 machine, that is Preston Williams. And to his outside, piloting car number 84, Bryce Dickinson from 6. And the 7th and final starter from that 7th starting spot in the 4th row inside, it'll be the 19 car of Jamie Massey. As we are already on the 1 to green signal again, we are moving along with the show very quickly here tonight. 3 heat races on the program. And then we'll get into a 5-minute warm-up session followed by our 35-lap main event. Here we go, heat race number 1 of 3. Bristol and Woods on the front row, Glenhill, Surratt row 2, Williams and Dickinson row 3, and Jamie Massey row 4 all by himself. Green flag is out, 8 laps on the board. Oh, Glenhill catches the grass down into turn number 1, but here comes Woods back to the outside move. Aaron Woods back to the runner-up position. Keep an eye on Carl Surratt. Surratt's already got 1 feature in this season. Poor Craig Bristol, not sure what's going on there with the number 39 car, but that'll give Aaron Woods the race lead there on lap number 1. Here comes Surratt, dives down to the inside. Bryce Dickinson goes through the middle. 3 wide as they make their way off turn number 2. Oh, look out, Glenhill. Oh, no, the 84 Dickinson going to go around upside down. And there is the yellow flag. So the 84 of Bryce Dickinson. Look at this move to the middle of the racetrack. So we can watch that one from above the racetrack. Dickinson got hit from the inside, then shuffled up to the top side of the racetrack where Justin Gledhill was there. He was actually, in fact, into the wall. And unfortunately, the 84 car goes around. And upside down she goes. He'll go back to the pit area. So heat race number 1 of 3 on the program. So the Delaware double file restart in effect here at the USA International Speedway. We are still pacing around on the 2 to green signal. Aaron Woods, Justin Gledhill, Kyle Surratt, your top 3. Preston Williams, Jamie Massey in 4th and 5th. Craig Bristol in 6th. And of course, we know Bryce Dickinson back in the pit area. Given one of these longer pacing laps, there might be an opportunity for Bryce Dickinson to come back out onto the racing surface. He only got a minute 45 of towing. But again, a big couple of nights here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Doubleheader tonight, a triple header tomorrow night. So lights are out. Safety car will pull off the racetrack. Woods will lead us back to the green flag. But tonight, and again, you're watching the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JPDESIGNS Round 5 here at USA International Speedway. Then right after this is done, we'll head right back to where we've been for the most part of almost a week and a bit at the Knoxville Raceway for Hard Knocks Night for the 6th annual running of the Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. And then tomorrow night, a doubleheader with the Coast to Coast Racing League, small block and big block modified. I believe we are at Cedar Lake tomorrow. And then we'll wrap it up with the final night of the Knoxville Nationals Championship night. But right now we come back to green here at USA International Speedway. Jamie Massey now closing in on the back of the 18 of Kyle Surratt as they work down into the 3rd and 4th turn. Surratt dives down to the inside on Woods for your race lead, but here comes Jamie Massey. And Massey going from the back to the front here in heat race number 1. Surratt pilots back down to the inside of Aaron Woods, and now here comes Massey again around the outside. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, they keep chopping and changing. Woods looking to put the 47 machine on pole for a 2nd time this season. But here comes Massey, and Massey wants to get this one. He wants to start up front. He wants to pick up, or at a chance to pick up 3 feature wins this season. Surratt has got 1 win, and that came at the Eldora Speedway. Little slider there from Jamie Massey. No, in fact, Massey's going to stay locked to the bottom side off turn number 4. Move Woods back to position number 2. Gets into the wall now. Kyle Surratt dives down to the inside. A move Kyle Surratt to 2nd. Comes after Massey there on the exit of turn number 2. Here comes the 19 of Preston Williams. Williams now going to move by Woods down into turn number 3. 2 laps to run here off the 4th turn. Just a mile and a half to go for 2 laps around the USA International Speedway. Williams, and now here comes Bryce Dickinson, who again come back out onto the racetrack. Craig Bristol back to the pits, and Bryce Dickinson, he'll now look to move up into position number 3, and after going upside down early in the heat race, is now finding himself challenging for that 3rd position on the raceway. He'll have it down into turn number 1. Meanwhile, back straight away for the final time. Checkered flag about to fly here at USA International Speedway. On pole for your 35-lap main event, that is Jamie Massey. 2nd will go to Kyle Surratt. 3rd at the line is going to be Bryce Dickinson. We'll take a look at your results coming up on screen. Massey gets the win from Surratt, and Dickinson will go 2nd and 3rd. Gledhill 4th, Williams 5th, Woods 6th, and Bristol in 7th, 4 laps down. Heat race number 2, 7 cars on the racetrack getting ready to tackle this big, long 3/4 of a mile. Trevor Fitz in the D1RT number 28 machine will start pole. To the outside of the front row, the 91 of Tyson Paker from 2. Rolling off inside the 2nd row from position number 3, it's the 8 of Jeremy Vaughan. To the outside, the 21C, Charles Barnes, lines up on the outside from position number 4. Kenneth Vest in the 1 machine will line up at a position number 5. It's the 10 of Casey Brunson. He'll start position number 6. And Jared Hughes in the 98 lines up shotgun at the back of this field from position number 7. So again, what you're seeing here tonight, no qualifying, all randomised heat races, then straight into, in fact, Trevor Fitz been given the air well, so that'll move the inside rope. Jeremy Vaughan will start pole. Kenneth Vest will start 3. Jared Hughes will start 5. And Trevor Fitz going to start 7th. So, get no qualifying, just straight up randomised heat races. Here we go, heat number 2. We're underway with, it's going to be the 8-car of Jeremy Vaughan. Pankow in the 91 now finds himself again, still holding down the runner-up position. But here comes Charles Barnes in the 21C. As they work down into turn number 3, they'll go nose to tail. But now Charles Barnes tries to go to the inside there off corner number 4, but the door has been slammed shut there by Tyson Pankow. Now here comes Kenneth Vest, now to the outside. Look out, Casey Brunson. Kenneth Vest into the wall. He'll go around. He's upside down. There was no one behind him, so unless our race control throw the yellow, we are going to stay green. Fitz has found his way to position number 5. Vest will go back to the pits. He'll call the tow. 6 cars left on the racetrack here at USA International Speedway. And it is Jeremy Vaughan still leading the way after being inherited or being gifted the pole position. But I'll tell you what, here comes Tyson Pankow with a run. Pankow still finding himself closing in on the back of the 8 machine. He'll dive down to the inside. Vaughan and Pankow side by side for the race lead off turn number 4. Give it to Jeremy Vaughan. And now here comes Charles Barnes with a run in the 21C, now followed there by Casey Brunson. Little love tap there from Barnes under Pankow. Opens up the inside door right now for the 10 car of Casey Brunson. Brunson now finds himself down to the bottom, looking to slide up in front of the 21C. Does so give Casey Brunson the 3rd spot at the start-finish line. But here comes Barnes back to the inside. Meanwhile, Pankow looking to the outside right now on your race leader, Jeremy Vaughan, off turn number 2. Oh, they make contact. Vaughan going to go around. Do we go yellow? Yes, we do. And race control going to call the make on that one. Let's take a look at the replay. Just see how this all unfolded. Oh. So it looks like he got clear there, but as you can see, just wasn't clear. Again, we're going to let race control deal with that situation. So second yellow of the evening. First one in heat race number 2. So again, still don't forget, big couple of nights here on Ultimate Dirt TV. UMP modifieds tonight, followed by the 410 wing sprint cars. Tomorrow night we'll have small block modifieds, 350, the 358 modifieds up first. Then we'll go and switch it to the big block modifieds, and then we'll wrap it up with the 410 winged sprint cars. So tomorrow night, Cedar Lake Speedway for the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. Then after that is the 410 Knoxville Nationals Championship night. But right now, more importantly, hello Marcus. How are you? Hope things are well. But right now, your National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs. Round number 5 at USA International Raceway. And again, this is, after tonight, this is the halfway stage of the season. So we'll have 5 weeks complete, just 5 weeks left to run after this one. As they work down into the first and second turn here on the restart with just 3 laps left to run. Here comes Barnes, but Brunson now going to fight back up on the inside as they work down the back straightaway. Brunson, here he comes now, coming up to Tyson Pankow. Pankow has to drive a little harder right through the middle of the racetrack. Pankow's going to lead that one, 2 laps left to run. Brunson, Pankow, here comes Trevor Fitz to the inside, 2 by 2 off corner number 2. Pankow's got it. Brunson's got second, Barnes in third. Trevor Fitz finding himself in the 4th position as Brunson works back to the inside on Tyson Pankow down into turn number 3. Pankow will lead what is lap number 7. 1 lap left to go. Pankow shuts the door on Brunson. Here comes Brunson with a whole head of momentum on the top side of the racetrack. Brunson has got him down the back straightaway. Oh, drag race down into turn number 3. Who's going to have it off turn number 4? Brunson, Pankow, contact with Barnes. That'll be enough for Tyson Pankow to get the win. Just at the line. Tyson Pankow going to be victorious in that one. Pankow will get the job done over Casey Brunton home in second. Charles Barnes third. Fourth is going to go to Trevor Fitz. Fifth is Jared Hughes, Jeremy Vaughan in sixth, and Kenneth Vess will come home in position number 7. Heat number 3, final heat race of the night, will line up like this. Josh Peacock lines up the 61 from position number 1. From position number 2, it'll be the 45 car of Michael Massey. We go back to the second row inside from position number 3, the 81 of Wesley Gwaltney to his outside, the 3 car, Bradley Wilson from position number 4. Scott Schroyer in car 57 lines up at a position number 5. Joshua Ely will start the 09 machine from position number 6. And the 7th and final starter driving the Lucas Oil car number 33 machine, that is Torrance Shirts, to line up out of position number 7. After these 8 laps, there will be a 5-minute warm-up session where, of course, we will take a break. And, of course, we will come back with your main event here from the USA International Speedway. But right now, Peacock and Massey on the front row. Gwaltney and Wilson row 2. Safety car goes in. Josh Peacock stands on the throttle and we go green here at USA. Oh, look out, Joshua Ely caught the back of the 57 car of Scott Schroyer. Wilson, Schroyer, they'll go wheel to wheel down the back straight away. Right there, 4th and 5th on screen. That'll be Wilson to slide up. He'll lose a spot there to Torrance Shirts in the 33, but here comes Wilson back to the outside. But Torrance Shirts has got a top 3 of Peacock, Gwaltney, and Michael Massey. As Massey now going to have some company here and probably just a few moments away, because here comes Scott Schroyer in the 57 car. Keeping the car nice and straight. Now Schroyer cuts it down off turn number 4 to the inside of Michael Massey. He goes. And it's going to be still Michael Massey third at the start-finish line. Peacock continues to lead the way over Wesley Gwaltney, 3/10 of a second, but that gap is quickly closing in right now. And that 81 machine of Gwaltney looks to the back of the 61 car of Joshua Peacock. Peacock still leading the way. Final heat race of the night. Winner of heat race number 3 will start 3 in the main event. Second place finisher will start position number 6. Third place will go 9th, 12th, 15th, 18th, and then 21st for the 7 drivers in heat race number 3. So 3 positions for finishing spots here at the USA for the final heat race of the night. No consolation race is required. And then we'll have the warm-up session, which will be 5 minutes, and then, of course, our 35-lap main event. We're halfway home. We're about to have 3 to run as the drivers are about to make their way off quarter number 4. Josh Peacock continuing to lead the way. Wesley Gwaltney again trying to sneak up the inside. This is the battle for first and second as they work down the front straight away. Peacock goes right through the middle. Gwaltney tried a little higher there on the entry into turn number 1. Lost a little bit of ground, but he looks to make up that ground. Back up down the back straight away. Schroyer still finds himself into position number 3. Torrance Shirts from the 7th starting spot to move up to position number 4. Joshua Ely in 5th. Bradley Wilson and Michael Massey side by side for the race lead down into turn number 1 and 2. Peacock's got the run on the top side. Here comes Gwaltney with a run right through the middle off turn number 2 and down the back straight away. Peacock has got it by a quarter of a car length down into turn number 3, but not for long, because here comes Gwaltney looking to get the race lead off turn number 4 as they come to the white flag. 1 lap left to go here in the final heat race of the night, and Gwaltney will lead. He's led the 7th lap. Peacock didn't do much wrong there, but it is Wesley Gwaltney who somehow found a way to get to the front here in the final 2 laps. Will come off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Wesley Gwaltney will get the win. Second will go to Josh Peacock. Scott Schroyer home in 3rd. Torrance Shirts in 4th. 5th will go to Joshua Ely. Bradley Wilson in 6th. Then we'll go back to Michael Massey in position number 7. And again, the warm-up session is slated right now, so we, of course, we'll take a break here in just a few moments. But right now, there is heat race number 3. Wesley Gwaltney getting the win over Joshua Peacock in 2nd. Scott Schroyer 3rd. Torrance Shirts in 4th. Joshua Ely in 5th. Bradley Wilson 6th. And Michael Massey to round out the 7-car field. We'll take an opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Come back, we'll pay an ad. And we're going to come back with your main event on the other side of this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted and league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 5 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JPDESIGNS. Again, yes, tonight we are here in the virtual Lakeland, Florida for the longest dirt track here on the iRacing.com service. USA International Speedway, 3/4 of a mile in distance. Myself, Brett Wheeler, with you for the call, as we are left with 45 seconds left in the warm-up session before we get ready for our 35-lap main event. 3 heats of 7, which means a field of 21 drivers have done 24 laps of heat racing competition. Again, the drivers have spent the last 4.5 minutes on the racetrack trying to perfect their setups for the back end. And for this feature event that is about to come up, again, shortened 35 laps here tonight, but again next week, of course, with the prior commitments to myself and the Dirty Old Bastards last week and tonight. Again, a huge thank you to Bradley Wilson, the National Dirt Sim Association, and all the drivers for cooperating over the past couple of weeks, shortening the practice, shortening the laps, just so I'm able to get the prior commitments that we've had in arrangement with Dirty Old Bastards for quite some time as well. But next week we'll go back to normal times on a Wednesday night. And again, if you want to watch some more iRacing here on your number one home for dirt track or dirt racing broadcast here on the iRacing.com service. Again, we're going to be live right after at about 9:15 Eastern for your main event, for your Hard Knocks night for some 410 wing sprint cars. Feature race time. It's time to go and have a look at your starting grid. It's going to be Jamie Massey on the pole position to the outside of the front row. Tyson Pankow from position number 2. Position number 3, Wesley Gwalney. From position number 4, it's Kyle Surratt. From position number 5, Casey Brunson. From 6, it's Joshua Peacock. From position number 7, Bryce Dickinson. From position number 8, Charles Barnes. From position number 9, Scott Schroyer. From position number 10, Justin Gledhill. From position number 11, it's Trevor Fitz. From position number 12, Torrance Schertz. From position number 13, Preston Williams. From position number 14, it's Jared Hughes. From 15, it's Joshua Ely. From 16, Aaron Woods. From 17, Jeremy Vaughan. From 18, Bradley Wilson. From 19, Craig Bristol. From 20th, it's Kenneth Vess. And from 21st, it is Michael Massey. So the field is in between both the Masseys. Jamie up front, Michael at the back. And we have 35 laps on the board for tonight's main event. I wonder if we are going to get a 3-wide salute again, knowing that we are at the longest dirt track here on the iRacing.com service. We'll see if the safety car is going to come in field. If we don't, boy, I tell you what, the field is set. It is the calm before the storm. Round number 5 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JPDESIGNS. Let's take a look at the safety car. It's still going to make its way around the racetrack, and we are going to go 1 to green. So maybe going to skip the 3-wide salute here tonight. But again, as we come into tonight, we know that Jamie Massey got the win in week number 1 and also last week at, well, what was week number 4? Week 2, Joshua Peacock got the job done before Carl Surratt got it done in week 3. Let's find out who will it be here tonight from USA. Will it be Jamie Massey to get 3 out of the 5 wins? Will Carl Surratt, Joshua Peacock, can those drivers get their first? Can they get their second victories in the championship, or will we see another driver? Will we see them catapult themselves into the winner's circle here to complete the halfway point of the season? But ladies and gentlemen, we're live for 35 here at USA International Speedway. Tyre wear again is certainly going to play a factor into this one, especially late in the main event. 3 wide, Dickinson, Barnes, and Peacock. As Barnes gets about 2 or 3 cars there on the opening couple of turns. Meanwhile, it'll be Jamie Massey to lead from Pankow. Surratt coming after Gwalney, but couldn't make it happen. Here we go, 3 wide, boy. Scott Schroyer had to back out of it. Probably didn't want to push the issue too early. Schroyer, some problems down into turn number 1. Peacock to the outside of Ely. Now here comes Peacock to the outside of the 19 car, Preston Williams. Brunson gets past. Oh boy, Brunson. Little slow down into turns 3 and 4. Bryce Dickinson is going to move himself up to position number 6. Boy, you carry a lot of speed around down the front straightaways and also the back straightaways here at USA. 3 wide, almost as Torrance Shirts goes right through the middle there. Brunson was to the outside and Joshua Ely was to the inside. 3 laps have been completed here at USA. Meanwhile, Dickinson comes after Surratt. Surratt again just somewhat letting everybody go as he falls himself outside the top 5. Oh no, Joshua Ely going to go around in the 9 car. Oh my, hard wreck by Peacock. Ely goes upside down in a huge way, but somehow he's got it back on all 4s. And as long as he can get that car back to the pits, there should be a quick repair for him. So Shirts and Ely in the 09. And look out, Peacock come in. And boy, ouch. Huge ride. Thankfully, he's A-OK. But Jamie Massey. Massey is again leading the way. Again, if we look at what has been the 4 tracks that we've had, of course, Knoxville Raceway, when, like I said, Jamie Massey, he got the win over Carl Surratt. Tyson Pankow was able to come home with a 3rd place finish before week number 2. We then travelled to a 3/8 of a mile racetrack, Lanier National Raceway, where it was Josh Peacock to get the win over Casey Brunson. Joshua Ely found himself on the podium. Then we come back to the half-mile Eldora Speedway for what was round number 3, and to see our 3rd different feature winner. That was Carl Surratt getting the win over Jamie Massey, and Wesley Gwaltney found himself on the podium. And then, of course, last week at the Volusia Speedway Park for round number 4, it was Jamie Massey to go back to victory lane. Casey Bronson and Kyle Surratt finished up on the podium. So after what has been 4 weeks of competition, as it stands, I believe Jamie Massey is on 392 points. Kyle Surratt on 390, so 2 points just separating those two drivers after 4 weeks of competition. Tyson Pankow third, Joshua Ely fourth, Casey Brunson. That's your top 5. Stephen Moore, Kyle Moyer, Torrance Shirt, Scott Schroyer, and Bradley Wilson. That's your top 10. I don't think we've seen Stephen Moore. Stephen Moore's not here tonight. We know our top 5 is Kyle Moyer. He is not here either. So 6th and 7th is not here. So but then you've got 8th, 9th, and 10th. So it's really going to close that battle up for the basically 6th through to 10th. Anyhow, green flag getting set to fly once again here at USA. 4 down and 31 to go. We come back live once again here at USA for round number 5 of the series. And we go 3 wide for the runner-up position. Gwaltney, Barnes, and Pankow. It's gonna be Pankow who's got the better of that run down into turn number 3. But here comes Charles Barnes right through the middle of the racetrack. Wheel to wheel off turn number 2. Pankow reclaims the runner-up position. Barnes dives down to the inside. He looks to slide up just a little bit. Slides to the middle of the racetrack. Meaning Pankow, he got a run on the outside. Gwaltney has to check up. Here comes Bryce Dickinson along with the 19 car. That's Preston Williams. Boy, that could have been all sorts of trouble down into turn 3, but the drivers checked up. They were paying attention as to what was happening here on the racetrack. Williams to the outside on Dickinson off turn number 2. Move Preston Williams up to a top 5 position, and here comes Torrance Shirts as well on the 33. Dickinson fights back on the inside at the line. Give 5th spot to Preston Williams, but it is Jamie Massey continuing to lead the way here in your feature event. 7 down, 28 to go. Dickinson slides up across the nose of the 33 car just as we go yellow. Maybe Justin Gledhill here in the 51 car. It is. Let's have a look at the replay. Ooh, 2 things on that one. Cuts across the grass, gets all sorts of crossed up, and then trying to get the... Oh, no, it's just all by himself. It actually looked like Michael Massey in the 45 car was coming after him. But Massey didn't get him. So that was just a single car spin, but because we had 2 cars spun in turns 1 and 2, we had a couple of cars that were facing the wrong way. All right, here we go. We'll go back to a Delaware double file restart. If you don't know how that works, basically the leader has the front row all to themselves. The second place driver, they have lane choice, whether they go inside or outside, and of course everybody else, the leader, if the second place car chooses the outside, everybody else will go where iRacing tells them to. If the second place car chooses the inside, they will basically do the opposite of what iRacing tells them, so whether they go inside or outside. So 27 laps complete. 27 laps left to run, here at USA International Raceway. get this field lined up once again. See if we can start to peel some of the laps away here from your main event. Green flag is back out onto the raceway, and it's again going to be Jamie Massey looking to get his third feature win of the night. Meanwhile, we go back to third and fourth position as Gwalney powers around the outside of Tyson Pankow for a podium position. Then you go back to Preston Williams in the 19, who still sits into position number 4 before Bryce Dickinson in the 84. You remember, you go back to the opening heat race, he went upside down, and while they were under yellow, he was able to come back. He was able to call a tow, come back out onto the raceway, and still finish. I think it was in the third or fourth position. So Dickinson has really had an eventful night here as Pankow slips back to position number 5, maybe thinking of maybe trying to save those tyres. 10 down, 25 remaining for Jamie Massey. And Massey has led every lap so far since the drop of the green flag, although Charles Barnes is really starting to close in right now for the race lead. 0.2 of a second, just slips out to 0.3. But again, it's Williams and Pankow. They battle it out for 4th and 5th position. Pankow gives it up. He'll give Williams the spot down into turn number 3. As now here comes Bryce Dickinson to the inside of turn number 4. Cannot make the move for a top 5 spot right now for Bryce Dickinson, but I'll tell you what, Torrance Shirts, he's not going to be left. He's not going to die wondering right now. Shorts goes back to the inside. He cuts back off turn 2. Dickinson, Shirts as they work down into turn number 3. Shirts got a little time. Meanwhile, Pankow tries the inside line to take it away from the 19 car of Preston Williams, and he has it. He's got it down into turn number 1. Pankow slides up. Williams back to the inside. We go. We drag race off turn 2 down the back straightaway. 3, make it a 4-car battle. 4 positions, number 4, 5, 6, and 7. Make it a 3-car battle as Torrance Shirts tags the outside wall, and that will allow Jeremy Vaughan now in the number 8 machine to look forward and make himself into a 4-car battle right now. But we go 3 wide now, back out to 2 wide. Bryce Dickinson going to lose a spot to Torrance Shirts. The Shirts now coming after Preston Williams for a top 5. 14 down, 21 remaining. Lakeland Forder. Round 5 of the National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs, and it is still Jamie Massey to lead the way. Speaking of Massey, 15 down, 20 to go. There he is out in front in the number 19 machine. Again, he's been able to dictate the entire pace of this field so far, and we are yellow. Oh boy, the 45. This time it's Michael Massey. Oh, he caught the wall there. He caught the wall. And then caught Vess. And then the 61 of Peacock. Again, Peacock missing the front end of that that modified. So again, the field is basically, I mean, we still got, oh, we had 20 starters. Who did we miss? Who was missing on the racetrack? So right now, as we again look high above the racetrack, again the field should be getting ready to hopefully go back green as the lights are out. And again, the leader has lane choice out in front all by themselves. Second place driver will choose inside or outside. Everybody else will go where iRacing tells them to. Massey looking for win number 3 in 5 weeks. $16 down, 19 remaining. The National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs. Main event is back underway. here at USA International Speedway. Again, they just sort of trying to thin themselves out, but we've got some side-by-side battles happening down the back straightaway. Here comes Casey Brunson to the outside. Look out, the 19 of Williams. Problems there with the 19. Oh boy, look out, Bradley Wilson around. Bradley Wilson around in that number 3 machine. And in fact, it was Scott Shaw in the 57 who had some problems there with the 98 of Jared Hughes. To just, oh, Schroyer. Can we look at this one? Schroyer. Oh, he was gone. I don't think he was saving that one. Yeah, I don't think Schroyer was saving that one. Again, we'll get this field lined up. Other than the race leader, they'll be lined up 2 by 2. So the light should go out on the safety car this time by. So plenty of laps left here at USA to get this job, to get this in the books. Massey, keep an eye on Barnes and Gwaltney on that second row. So plenty of work to be done to come away victorious here at USA to complete the 5th round of the championship. 18 down. And once they get to the midway point of the back straightaway, it's going to be halfway home with 17 and a half down, 17 and a half to go. So once they complete this lap, we are officially past half race distance. Look at Williams trying the top side into turns 3 and 4. They go 3 wide off that 4th turn. Oh, Bronson, Vaughan, Williams, they keeping off one another. Here comes Kenneth Vest. I think Kenneth Vest started position number 20, I think it was. And boy, I tell you what, up inside the top 10. Surratt back to position number 9. Could be back as far as 10th position. Remember, Surratt, 2 points off your points leader and your race leader, Jamie Massey. And again, I spoke about the tyre wear situation. How and who will play effect in the back half of tonight's feature event. What kind of strategy do these guys have in store for tonight? Well, we'll certainly see them go to work. Again, Massey confident in getting the job done here tonight. Bronson, who finds himself 5th in the point standings now, up to position number 5, and again looking for his first feature win of the season as he looks to get by Tyson Pankow. Pankow 3rd in the points, and there is 16 points separating those two for 3rd and 5th position in the championship standings as Bronson has moved his way to position number 4. Pankow back to 5th, I should say. And Bronson now really starting to get a move on in that number 10 machine. Surratt, meanwhile, in the 18, coming after Torrance. Shirts down into turn number 1. Shirts to the top shelf. Surratt to the low side, all the way through that first and second turn again, side by side for for 6 and 7. Sorry, that was Surratt. Can he get by Torrance? Shirts maybe just starting to be held up just a little bit, but there it is. There's the pass for Kyle Surratt in the 18. Move him to position number 6. Pankow still trying to follow the 10 machine of Casey Brunson. Speaking of Casey Brunson, he's closed in on the back of the 81 car of Wesley Gwaltney, as Charles Barnes as well in the runner-up position. Finds himself 1 second away from your race leader. Top 4 on the cushion down into turn 3. Gwaltney's clobbered the outside wall. And let me tell you, it doesn't move. Gwaltney and Brunson side by side for positions number 3 and 4. Brunson has got it down into turn number 3 off turn number 4. He's got it. Moved Casey Brunson to position number 3. And with 10 laps left to run, the 19 of Jamie Massey, a 1.4 second lead over Charles Barnes in the 21C. But it's the 10 car of Casey Brunson that you've got to keep an eye on, but also the 18 of Kyle Surratt. Surratt 1 spot out of a top 5 position. But right now, as the laps wind down, boy, if you're Jamie Massey, you'd want to hope that this race stays green for the remainder of the next 8.5 laps, even 7.5 laps, because once they get the white flag, they will race it out to the start-finish line. Gwaltney, Pankow, Surratt, 4th, 5th, and 6th on screen. Surratt dives down to the inside right now. Move Kyle Surratt to a top 5, and here he comes. Now with 8 laps left to run, and what has been a heat race distance last week and this week, course next week we'll go back to 10-lap heat races. Can Surratt, can he do something with the 81 car of Wesley Gwaltney as we now go the battle on for 2nd and 3rd position? Casey Brunson, Barnes gets a little loose there on the exit of turn 4. And on the front straightaway at the line, give it to Casey Brunson. Can he get redemption from Knoxville Raceway on the opening week of the season? He needs to find something here in the 6 laps as Aaron Wood's about to get put a lap down. 2 cars back in the pits. Joshua Ely, Josh Peacock is now your race leader. Comes to put the 47 car of Aaron Woods a lap down. It'll be 5.5 to go down the back straightaway. Woods goes to the top of the racetrack. He's got to be careful not to stall that car and stop on the racetrack. It's 1.1 seconds for Jamie Massey over Casey Brunson. Brunson dives down low down into turn number 1 and 2. Woods going to back out of it just a little bit as he will let Casey Brunson go on by. Does not want to race the cars on the lead lap. Meanwhile, Kyle Surratt coming after Charles Barnes through turn number 3 and 4. That battle for 3rd and 4th is just separated by 0.2 of a second. Make it a 1/10 of a second as they work down the front straightaway. Surratt catches the grass, slides up across the nose of the 21C, but Charles Barnes quickly turns it back underneath him right now. Again, we watch 3rd and 4th on screen, but we keep a close eye between Jamie Massey, Casey Brunson, also on that gap with just 3 laps left to run. And it's been a 1 second gap right now for Jamie Massey. He may have done it. He may have sealed his fate here with 3 laps left to run. Massey again to the inside. Sorry, that is Surratt to the inside of the 21C of Charles Barnes. Boy, Barnes has had a phenomenal race car here tonight, but could the lap car of Woods, could this have an effect on this final spot on the podium? I don't think so. Surratt goes down to the inside. Woods again just tries to hold his line on the top of the racetrack. Let the cars on the lead lap just go on by. And that he does. So Woods playing nicely here as they come off turn number 4. He gets the white flag. He is 3/4 of a mile away from picking up a 3rd win of the season in just 5 weeks of competition to continue this season points lead as he works down the back straightaway for the final time. The National Dirt Sim Association Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs of turn number 4. Round number 5 winner is Jamie Massey. Jamie Massey will get the win ahead of Casey Brunson. Kyle Surratt will come home third. Fourth at the line is going to be Charles Barnes and Tyson Pankow. Going to round out the top 5. So the fireworks go off down into turn number 3, and we get to take a look right now at your official results. Jamie Massey will get the win ahead of Casey Brunson in second, Carl Surratt third, Charles Barnes fourth, Tyson Pankow. Going to round out your top 5, Wesley Gwaltney in 6th, Kenneth Vest in 7th, 8th will be Preston Williams, 9th Jeremy Vaughan, and Torrance Schertz will round out the top 10. We go over the page, Bryce Dickinson in 11th, Jared Hughes in 12th, Craig Bristol 13th, 14th is Scott Schreier, Bradley Wilson 15th, Justin Gledhill 16th, and the last car on the lead lap. The last car on the track, I think, was Aaron Woods in 17th. He finished a lap down. Michael Massey 11 laps down in 18th. Joshua Peacock going 19 laps down in the 19th spot. Joshua Ely just completing 4 laps in 20th position. And I think the last car was not Craig Bristol because he is there. Let's find out who was it meant to be. It doesn't really matter. I can't see it. But anyhow, there it is. Your feature race is done and getting his 3rd win of the season. But let's speak of third place. Let's go down to third place finisher here tonight. It's the 18 machine of Kyle Surratt. Kyle, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight. And boy, I tell you what, saving those tyres late in that one. Boy, you started to come on strong there late in the end of that one. But again, just maybe not enough laps here tonight. But 3rd place, a good points night once again.
Yeah, I figured I'd wait till around halfway to turn it on, and I kind of was hoping for another caution later in the race, but it just didn't happen, and I got held up behind a couple of different people on the way to the front there. I don't know if I would have necessarily got there, but I could have gotten a little closer anyway.
We had 21 drivers here tonight. I think there was 3, maybe 4 yellows in that main event. Is this probably one of the hardest tracks here on the service, knowing that, you've got the long straightaways, like we know it is, it's 3/4 of a mile. You've got the long straightaways, but then you've got turn 1, turn 3. They're a little different to enter.
Yeah, turn 1, you've got a little bit of a crease. I found if I hit that crease with the right rear, it just put the car into a big push, or if I hit it with the right front, it got it really loose. Turn 3 and 4 is pretty much just standard run-of-the-mill flat turns, but it definitely makes it hard to get the setup to be absolutely premium in both sets of turns. But I think I had something figured out pretty good. I just waited too long to go, that's all.
Mate, we completed the feature event here tonight, which will, of course, wrap up the 5th round of the series. We've still got 5 weeks left to run. How do you feel you've gone over the first 5 weeks, and how do you feel going into the back half of the season, knowing that we've still got Fairbury next week, Port Royal the week after, Cedar Lake, Lucas Oil, and then Charlotte to finish us off? How do you feel?
I like about 3 of those 5 tracks. I'm not that big a fan of Fairbury. I personally don't feel like it races very good. I really like Port Royal, really like Charlotte. Don't really mind Lucas Oil too much. I think I've got a pretty good set for there. So I don't know. I heard some rumors that they're going to be changing up the tire wear and how the tracks wear after the new build. So I think it'll be interesting to see how that affects things towards the end of the season.
Well, even if that does come at the end of the season, what is generally comes after week 12 going into week 13? Am I correct on that one?
Yes, sir.
What are we in? We're in week 9 now, or is it week 10?
I think it's week 11, is it not?
Sure, I have to do some investigating on it. But either way, you're still going to have probably 2, maybe 3 weeks at most on that new build, we'll call it, if it does come out. But again, could change things up towards the back end of this championship. But Carl, congratulations on this 3rd place finish here tonight. And again, we know there's a lot of sponsors on this race car, a lot of people behind the scenes that make this possible. If you're an opportunity for you to thank everybody involved that helps you out.
Yeah, got to thank all my teammates at Bulletproof, of course, for help me out during the week. Building this stuff, run these races. JP Designs, putting this wrap on the car, 09 Designs. Thank you guys for putting on this broadcast, Brad and guys, putting on this league. Appreciate everybody.
All right, there we go. Kyle Surratt home in third place. Home in second place tonight, it's the number 10 machine of Casey Brunson. And Casey, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Again, you left your run late, but probably just a little too late. But again, you come home with a second place finish. Another good points haul for you here tonight. I mean, how did you feel after that 35-lap main event?
I felt pretty decent. I was a little too tight for when I was saving, so I really couldn't roll around the turns and keep up kind of like I wanted to. I guess I'll take P2 again.
Top side of the racetrack probably looked to be the place to be. Was that the way that you sort of seen it as you guys are rolling around, especially towards probably the back end of those probably 5 last 10 laps?
Oh yeah, after the heat race, I knew it was probably gonna be very, very top dominant, kind of opposite of what was testing for last night and the day before. So kind of went against how I had it set up, but it was good enough for second.
Right, tonight we wrap up the first 5 weeks of a 10-week season. We head to Fairbury next week to start the first end of the back half of the season. How do you feel going into Fairbury next week?
I am more of a short track person, and especially when Marcus Walter Brown's going to show up next week right here, so that might be a little scary.
Well, Casey, I tell you what, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Who knows what is going to happen next week? We'll have to wait and see. And I can confirm next week we're going back to normal time, normal laps. So that again should be a nice change of pace once again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Casey, before we let you go, an opportunity to thank everybody involved on this number 10 machine.
Oh, like I said, I basically do all the setup-ups. It's just I thank B. Willie and for putting it on, him, Peacock, and you for broadcasting.
Casey Brunson home in second spot. Home in first place tonight, driving the number 19 machine, getting his third win of the season. And after 5 weeks of competition, he is your points leader. It's the 19 machine of Jamie Massey. Jamie, congratulations on what is win number 3. A win at Knoxville, a win at Volusia, now a win at USA. Boy, these long tracks, they're starting to be a favourite of yours, I guess.
Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good, man. I felt like I had Eldora in the bag, and I kind of went a lap or two there too soon. And I had a good run at Lanier also, and my VR screwed me in that one. We're pretty good in these UMPs. We put a lot of work in, and I've been running that Hell Tour over there, and it's taught me a lot about these saving tires, and I kind of figured out how to set a pace, and if they're gonna beat me, they're gonna just have to come get me to do it, and it paid off tonight.
The first time that this has happened this season is a driver leading from start to finish all 35 laps. Normally we see, guys lead, the first 5 or 10 laps, and they fall back, and then they come back towards the end, or vice versa. They sort of drop off at the start and then leave their stuff for the back end of the race. You're able to set the pace all night long and to come away with a victory and lead all 35 laps. You must be happy with how your entire night went, basically.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm very impressed with the way our performance has been over here in the UMPs. Like I said, us as a team over at NLR putting in a lot of work in these cars, and they kind of really place the street stops for us. So we're putting in a lot of work, and I feel like it's better to be out front if your car's high enough and you can save than it is to come through traffic. I feel like them two guys was really good at the end, but I saved enough to be a little better once they got by. So it is what it is. It's different every week. You just gotta, put yourself in the right spot at the right time. I keep getting drawing last in the heat races, man, and I get people put themselves in the right place, and I end up winning these heat races that I shouldn't even probably finish top 5 in, and it's crazy. It's just good Lord above watching out for me, I guess, man, and that's all it is a little bit of luck plays into every one of these races, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
5 weeks, 3 wins. We've got another 5 weeks still to come. We go to Fairbury next week to start the second half of the season. We know you've been good at the big tracks. How do you feel going into Fairbury next week for week number 6? And we go back to 10-lap heat races. We go back to the original starting time of thinking about 8 o'clock Eastern, but also we go back to a 40-lap feature event. How do you feel going into next week?
I feel really good. We dominated the Hill Tour at Fairbury. I feel like, you know, then again though, Casey Brunson and Kyle Surratt they're no walk in the park. So I'm not going in there with no expectations, but to just good points race. And if we can put ourselves in a good spot and get out front, I think we'll be fine. It's always a pleasure to race with them guys. Anything can and will happen. So I just look for a good run, and we'll see what happens, man. I can't wait.
Certainly look forward to seeing you back next week at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Jamie, congratulations on the win here tonight in week number 5 and your third win in those opening 5 weeks. Before we let you go, of course, an opportunity to thank everybody on this number 19 machine.
Yeah, man, I want to thank everybody over at NLR, all my teammates, CFM, Majula Safe Speed Shop, Shop Fergie 22, Speak Victory Apparel, Papa Mike's Promotion. Like I said, man, he's my biggest sponsor on and off the racetrack. He sponsors my real car in real life. Just everybody, all my teammates, man, they put in a lot of work. We just been building, building, building. I want to thank you for broadcasting. You do a heck of a job, man. And I'm glad to see you back. I know you took some time off. It's really awesome to see you back. And everybody over there that's putting this thing on, this is a good league. It's kind of laid back, and I enjoy that. Thank y'all, and I'll see you next week.
Jamie went on win number 3 again. We'll see you back next week at Fairbury.
Thank you, brother.
There we go, guys. Jamie Massey, your winner here tonight from the USA International Speedway for week number 5 of 10. Like I said, next week we go to the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. We'll go back to the 8 o'clock Eastern start. So we appreciate the support with the National Dirt Sim Association and all the drivers that have been able to move forward the 30-minute times. And again, last week and, of course, tonight, again, we've got some prior commitments that we had already arranged that I completely forgot about. So apologies to the guys at the National Dirt Sim Association. But they've been nice enough and kind enough to work with me so we can get both broadcast and both leagues done. So, again, next week, back to the 8 o'clock Eastern time schedule, but again, week number 6 next week at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. But for now, here at USA International Speedway, and before we take a quick break to head out to the Knoxville Raceway for the 6th annual running of the Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company Knoxville Nationals Hard Knocks Night, we say farewell here from the USA International Speedway. And on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the manager behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night. Congratulations to Jamie Massey.